Howdy ladies and gentlemen, Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain is a masterpiece in the world of gaming, and even though it was released in 2015, it is still one of the most fascinating games. So today my dear viewers, I brought to you some of that sweet masochism for you and intended to pit this game with no guns. But before we get into this fun trip, I would like you to pound that like button in the same way I'm gonna pound these 4 men who were just doing their jobs. So we wake up from a 9-year coma that made Snake freak the Mr. Clean looking head ass told me that my injuries were so bad that I became a human pincushion. Oh, and I also lost an arm, which made Snake freak out once again. The game then forced me to create a character, so for no reason whatsoever I tried to make Stalin but failed. Mr. Clean got assassinated and I thought I would go with him too, if not for our breathtaking legend, Kenny Reeves. You might be wondering how in the hell this could be him. Well, no need to worry, facts will soon pop out on their own. The Twitch streamer that wanted me dead got roasted. My savior gave me some of that G fuel. On our way we met the quiet kid Mike that I used to study with in high school. But he brought with himself a guest, Gordon Ramsay in his Super Saiyan form.
It's the lamb show!
He was on a mission to make a perfect dish, and for that he needed my roasted booty cheeks. But thankfully he hated getting wet, so we were safe. My hero gave me a gun, but like a Chinese monk who is offered V-Bucks, I refused to use it. Kenny Reeves then got stuck in the Matrix, an act that further proves my theory. Then, within a second, he headshotted 2 guys. Another proof for my theory. He is Kenny Reeves. After more of sneaking around and my hero disappearing in the most badass way possible, I was left alone with these animals. But thankfully, Gordon and the quiet kid came in and kicked their asses. Gordon yeeted me out of the hospital. Kenny Reeves smacked him with an ambulance truck. On our way out of there, we nearly got blown up by a chopper. And here is the part of the script that I thought I would never say in my life. I saw how a huge whale on fire swallowed a chopper. Then I saw Gordon Ramsay on a flaming unicorn with a quiet kid, and no, I didn't need medical attention, I don't need no therapy, you're the one who needs it. Okay, maybe I kinda need it. My boy Ocelot came in to save the day, and unfortunately this is a part that I hate to say. The game forces you to use the shotgun to slow down Gordon Ramsay, or else he'll just barbecue your ass. Soon after, Zeus decided to be a to us, but we survived, and after the recovery, Ocelot started telling me of how much of an important anime protagonist I am. And here I was, in Afghanistan, on my first mission. There they were, my first enemies. Like a hyena on crack, I pounced on their butt cheeks and ripped open a hole to a new dimension. After more enemies had suffered the same fate, I found a place for where my target was kept hostage. A quick disclaimer to all people who are actually good at stealth games. I am really bad. I was resisting the urge of going full-on Rambo mode on their asses as much as I could. Of course I didn't fail the challenge, but you will cringe. Sorry. After my genius plan was out the window, I had no choice but to run around and slap hams left and right. Don't get me wrong, I did get served a ball full of lead and pain, but this was the only tactic that I could go with. I completed my objective, saved Miller, the man who said these few magical words that soon became an incredible meme on the internet. On our way, we've encountered the US government's attempt to weaponize failed abortion and make it look like it came out from a Japanese horror movie. Now I will try to skip these boring parts where I get ripped a new asshole by the method of shooting me non-stop. But remember one thing, this was not pleasant. I've soon encountered a challenge, far more scarier than any of these hideous monstrosities that we've encountered. I need to destroy Soviet's communication equipment, I don't know, you can call it whatever the hell you want. I tried yeeting magazines at it, yeeting bodies, but nothing worked, so I just had to do it. I did feel bad, even though I didn't kill anyone with a gun, but I'm still gonna count that as a loss. But hey, not everything is so bad. I found a pipey. on my way back. The next mission was pretty boring, but instead of skipping it, I just wanted to share my agonizing experience with you. I don't know what was the reason. Was it the environment or the fact that my last brain cell was getting sick of all this goat alpaca hybrid feces? And that's considering that I passed my last mission on S. After that fun and entertaining experience, I was greeted by this game's antagonist, Skullface, aka the crackhead version of Red Skull, aka a result of what would happen if Red Skull had a steaming night with a mayo that is 20 years old. Threw at me some of more of these monstrosities, but I lost the footage where I actually ran away from them. On my next mission, I needed to destroy some tanks, which is an issue in itself, even with guns. And yeah, I know that there is an upgrade that can help me extract heavy vehicles, but I didn't have it. So I had to do something else. And that something else was me dying God knows how much and nearly having a mental breakdown. But like a light at the end of the elephant's a-hole, I had an air support command, which gives me my very own chopper. After my chopper saved the day, I got Kamehameha waved with another problem. The game then introduced me to tanks, but that were moving. Of course, my big brain had a plan, and a good one. Just sit there and wait for the right moment to yeet some rockets at it. It was like a fresh breeze, and a really, really good one. I have then attacked another Soviet base, in which I died like 6 times. But now, my target was a 30-year-old looking guy who was probably a nerd all his life. Being the highly intellectual viewer that you are, you may ask, why the hell would I need to extract him? Well, the thing is, he helped Skullface develop a machine, a Metal Gear, to be precise. Then, after experiencing the pain that is worse than eating tortilla chips vertically, I was then chased by that crackhead looking Optimus Prime. Of course, like a drug addict that he is, he proceeded to yeet himself with his anal acoustics. Never in my life had I thought that someone's anal outbursts will make me so damn depressed. Because to prevent him to get a hold of the chopper, I needed to give him some of that sweet, sweet lead salad. So unfortunately, that's a loss. After more of my miserable attempts at being sneaky, another enemy has dared to cross my path. We all know Twitch streamers, right? Well, I just fought one, and won. Miller told me to kill her, but seeing her skills in battle, and overall just wanted to test the willpower of my soldiers, I decided to take her. Of course, as many things that I do, it's dangerous, but it's worth a try. She then proved herself to be a great ally. Snake, no, you're not allowed to do that. Diamond Dog Boys did not trust her for obvious reasons. Miller then told me that she's gonna turn all of our men into simps. But I knew what I was working with. I trained my men for such events. Of course, imagining how every single one of my men will start donating to her Twitch channel did send shivers down my spine, because I don't want Diamond Dogs to bankrupt. My boy Miller and Ocelot told me to investigate and destroy a factory in Central Africa. And oh boy, this was great. With my art of war tactics, huge amount of testosterone, and the sausage that I use as a club in certain situations, I planned out my attacks, and these men received some of that sour punch to their fragile bodies. These men got serious injuries, the type of injuries that you can usually get if you shove a Jawbreaker and 5 Jolly Ranchers into your mouth and bite full force. Me blowing up their factory and somehow managing to steal a gear walker left me with a not a boner, a joy that could surpass even a homeless man winning a lottery. After experiencing this game's equivalent of Vin Diesel the Pacifier, which is by the way not so fun, I was sent to investigate a place called the Devil's House, and well, it lives up to its name. Over there I got a very, very warm welcome by biggest host Gordon Ramsay. I was honestly confused in this fight. Me and my doggo tried to drive out of here, but it didn't work. I tried to punch open these water barrels or whatever those things are. It also didn't work. But then I remembered it, and I had a very good idea. So good that even a master tactician would get bricked up in nearly seconds. I drove my car close to the edge, lured Gordon Ramsay, and then forcefully made them French kiss. You may be wondering, what was that I remembered that gave me such a brilliant idea? Well, nothing so special. I just remembered our previous encounter and how my legendary hero smacked him with an ambulance truck. Although the base of my organization is in the middle of the ocean, we still got a gift from 2020. But the only person who can help us cure this sickness was Code Talker, the old man that I had to save. But while we were flying back to our base, I got slapped by another challenge. Skullface somehow turned the 4 Titans, aka the creators of the art known as fisting, to his side, and they were fully under his control. That was the day I was gonna get fisted. The glimmer of light flashed above me. A guardian angel stood with me. Ricardo Millis was with us. They, like a lot of things in life, had a major flaw. Every time when they tried to melee me, I can use my Uno reverse card to melee them back. After 25 minutes of constantly stabbing them in the gut and deep throwing them with their own machete, I defeated them. Code Talker got my men back on their feet and ready to kick ass. The run is coming to an end and I can finally meet Skullface and test on him a few of my fisting methods. But as usual, first the base. My plans as usual did not go the way I thought they would, so I just ran past these maniacs. But as usual, the game had a twist. Instead of fighting him, you're gonna fight the boredom that you're gonna experience during the ride. He's constantly talking about some sort of nonsense, constantly trying to tell you something, while you trying not to fall asleep. But you inevitably do. At least I did. It's not an intense battle, but a hard one, to say the least. But thankfully, we got attacked by his own creation. But instead of running away like in our previous encounter, I had to fight it. There is over 170,000 words in the English language. None of them could describe how fucked I was. Metallic bastard with a flamethrower attached to its penis was the last thing standing between me and the end of this journey. If your intellect is higher than an empty cardboard box, you should know that punching him was useless, and quiet shooting him was equivalent of ending global warming using a bucket of water. The only way how I could damage him was either to use a chopper or bombarding his ass, which was a very, very good source of damage. Knowing what to do did not save me from dying 8 times. But after all of this, the torture was finally over. The answer is yes. You can beat Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain without guns, but you will have to make few exceptions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Snake, buddy, no. Snake, no. I'm sick and tired of all this.